thing in South's favor is they get the ball here to start the second half.
And they got to do something with it. Even if they don't go score, they got to get a little confidence by getting some first downs and getting field position flipped for their defense.
We want to remind fans that coming up next week, our AltCare TV Game of the Week will be on the road at Perry as we get the backyard rivalry between the Panthers and the Crusaders from Canton Central Catholic. It's going to be a great one. We invite you to join us next Friday, August 31st. It's Central Catholic at Perry, our AltCare TV Game of the Week. We also want to remind you, coming up this Monday, August 27th, Kenny Rhoda and JT will broadcast live from the 91 Wood-Fired Oven on Fulton Drive Northwest as part of the Mercy Service League annual fundraiser. Come out and see the guys, Kenny and JT, have some food, and help a great cause. This Monday, August 27th, we'll see you at the 91 Wood-Fired Oven on Fulton Drive Northwest.
Dave Frank, right before half, said, Canton South, during that timeout, they were talking about concentration. A lot of times that's a result of fatigue. They have 7 two-way starters. So second half now, they'll come out fresh right now. They just had halftime. But as we start getting into late third quarter, fourth quarter, we're going to have to see if they start to wear down a little bit. That would hurt their comeback efforts. Cloverleaf's only got 3 two-way starters, so they're a little bit fresher.
And again, when you're playing both ways and you've got an offense that wants to ground and pound, that's the worst kind.
That wears on you. Boy, that just wears on you.
Well, again, we want to give a congratulatory note to everyone involved here with this brand new turf field. We know a lot of effort went into it. Congratulations, Canton South family. And you have a beautiful field here to go along with everything else that's been brought up to speed here locally.
Well, they're hoping that catapults them into some success. They had a pretty good season last year, had a great start, as you mentioned. They'd like to keep that rolling and have this field kind of be the impetus to get them back into a football program that wins year in and year out.
So we're ready to go as we get started here in the second half of play. Canton South down by 10. Wildcats hoping to mount a rally here in the second half and get their inaugural win of the 2018 season. Blackmer is in the middle of 3 safeties back deep for the Wildcats. Ready to start the second half. Dave Sheets, Mark Miller, sideline reporter Frank Salona, and our statistician Bob Jeffries. Blackmer lets the ball bounce over his shoulder into the end zone. It'll be a touchback, and they'll bring it out to the 20-yard line.
Well, that was a great kickoff by Carson Billy. Man, he got a foot into that one, well over Blackmer's head. All right, this is important. You look at watershed moments in each game. A couple of plays kind of flip the momentum, and this is one situation that could be huge if Canton South can get something going here on offense.
Canton South with the first down and 10. Philippi on his right, Blackmer on his left, and that's the quarterback Riley James. Quick toss right side. Catch is made. Tries to cut it back inside, and he is going to lose yardage back near the 17-yard line as the catch was made by junior Tyler Karvik, number 3.
And I think that tackle was made by Preston Gregory, number 36. Did a good job avoiding the blocking lineman and putting a hit. Let's see who it is. Right there, 36. Right. That's a nice play.
So a loss of 2. Second down and 12, back at the 18 now for the Wildcats. Again, backs on each side of the quarterback, senior Riley James, number 12. They'll put Patterson in motion now. Pass over the middle, caught, 30, 35, out near the 40-yard line. Catch is made by Karvik. A flag comes in late, and it looks like we're going to get a face mask or a horse collar, huh?
One or the other one. They're going to add it on to the end of the play. Quick slant into the sideline, so it's not a long throw, but a beautifully accurate throw by James. Hit the receiver in stride, and you're right, it's a horse collar.
So tack on 15, and all of a sudden the Wildcats are in Colts territory.
That's right. See, big plays overcome a lot of stuff. You had lost yardage on first down. Right there it is. You can't pull them down by the back of the helmet opening or the collar.
The ball is at the 47-yard line now. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. And they'll give it to Blackmer. Blackmer gets outside, 45, 40, and out of bounds down near the 35-yard line.
Showed you his outside speed that time.
Yeah, and you mentioned one of the interesting halftime numbers. It looked like he had a whole lot more, but he only had 38 yards in the first half.
He made a lot of yards on his own, which kind of, you remember, and it's impressive. But as far as total yardage, not many. They really contained him.
I was going to say he stepped out of bounds at the 38, so it's 2nd down and less than a yard. Just underway, 3rd quarter.
A lot of teams like to take a chance on a play like this, thinking you got 2 downs to get that 1 yard.
Flags come in.
Well, the fans think it was Cloverleaf offsides, but let's see if somebody drew them offsides. Yeah, Canton South marching backwards.
Yep. That may have been a case where the center may have nudged the ball a little bit, huh?
Now, you get a little nervous up there sometimes, and the big guy that we've been talking a lot about, he can make a lot of people nervous.
Yeah,
Nate
number
Klingon.
53, yeah. He's been a monster. It's now 2nd down and about 6, back at the 43. Wildcats down 10, trying to get back into this one. James going to roll right. Flag comes in. James is going to toss it to his fullback, Philippi. Philippi breaks the tackle, and he's all the way down to the 35-yard line. But again, I think it's going to come back.
Flag thrown very early.
Yep.
That's a hold. Nice effort there by James trying to make something happen. You're down. You got to take a chance. And, so that could have been a fumble, but got to take a chance sometimes and make a play. Right there's the flag laying on the C back there.
Watch this awareness.
Says, here, you take it.
Hot potato.
I used to do that with the option.
Right.
I don't want it, you take it.
I don't want to get hit, right? That'll take it all the way back to the 38-yard line.
Well, if you point to one thing that's hurt Canton South on offense, it's penalties, right?
Sure.
They backed them off of the goal line one time. Now they're getting back behind the midfield line.
James going to roll to his right. Now he's going to keep it to the 40 and gets out near the 45-yard line. And making the stop, Joey Judson, number 7 for the Colts. So he'll get back some yardage. Takes it out to the 45.
Well, another pass, he's rolling out, and I looked downfield and I saw what he saw, nothing. There was nobody open, so he tries to make the best of the situation, runs hard. He's a tough kid, was a receiver last year.
3rd down and 17. Tough play call here.
Yeah, you don't have any 3rd and 17s in your playbook. You're hoping for maybe a run after catch to try to get down in there to the point where maybe you can go for it on 4th and 3 or 4.
James back, quick toss, caught, 45, midfield, and maybe to the 49-yard line, Tyler Karovic. But that is going to be far short of the 1st down. You're looking at a 4th down and about 12.
Yeah, they're going to punt it and try to regain some field position. But they're throwing this thing to the wide side of the field. It takes a long time for it to get there, and that allows the defense time to pursue, and there's lots of white shirts out there. But a good play call, good safe play call.
James is the punter, and he is back inside his own 40. Back deep is Cody Trent. Oh, the ball was partially blocked, the punt, and it's recovered right near midfield by Stallings, and Cloverleaf will get excellent position.
Ethan Sterling, number 88, got in there. I didn't think he was that close, but he's got those long arms and good height. And maybe the ball came out a little bit low, but you're right, it was tipped.
And we're going to take a timeout. 9:02 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Cloverleaf by 10 on the Old Carolina Barbecue scoreboard.
During the month of August, the FCC is mandating that WIVM TV39 switch to a new transmitter. So if you're an antenna TV viewer, you're going to need to begin to rescan your channels in order to continue watching. Simply go into the menu setting on your television. Select channels. Make sure that your source is antenna or over the air. Select auto scan. Rescan your TV throughout the month of August to make sure you don't lose the WIVM programming.
Welcome to our newly renovated downtown office of Friends and Family Credit Union.
Hello, I'm Nick Langenfeld, President and CEO of Friends and Family Credit Union. Friends and Family Credit Union provides loans, savings, checking, and other financial services to anyone who lives, works, worships, or attends school in Stark County. We provide financial needs in the most reasonable and cost-effective way. Stop in one of our 3 full-service locations today and become a friend of the family.
With AltCare, you have more than just a health plan. You have a team of people whose purpose is to be your advocate. During all stages of life, AltCare will be there to ensure you receive the best health care. AltCare's dedicated staff puts your needs first, making sure you and your family receive quality health care services. AltCare, where you matter. Learn more at altcare.com.
After a partially blocked punt, it's Cloverleaf with the football at midfield. They lead 17-7 with 9:02 to go here in the third quarter. The first time the Colts have had the ball in the second half. Stallings, the quarterback, more of the same as he carries it straight ahead into Wildcat territory and down to the 45.
Well, it is imperative that Canton South's defense get a stop here. If Cloverleaf can go down and get points on the scoreboard, that's a lot for high school kids to overcome. He just weaves his way, doesn't he? Just finds the holes, plus yardage all the time.
And you mentioned that leaning forward.
Yeah, he leans forward and falls for positive yards. He's had a nice ball game.
Ball to 45. Second down and 5 for the Colts. Stallings again. This time he'll get a couple more yards, close to the 43-yard line. Couple more. Again, that clock rolls.
Yeah, and here we go with 3rd and 3. Got to get a stop here because they'll punt it. With that lead, I don't think they'll take a chance, even inside the 45.
Elijah Hayes is the running back. He'll line up to the left of Brody Stallings, the quarterback. 3 receivers to the left side. Looks like they might be changing the play here.
Or at least getting one from the sideline, huh?
Stallings, straight keep. Runs into a linebacker, but he fights for yardage. And what a great play defensively by J.C. Philippi.
Yeah, he had the initial hit and hung on until the reinforcements arrived. That's a big play.
And that's going to bring up 4th down and 2. And while we have a moment, let's quickly check in with Frank Salona on the south sideline. Frank?
All right, David, thank you. You know, adjustments at halftime are very important. You saw that first series with Canton South. They realized they couldn't run between the tackles. So what did they do? They spread the ball out and ran outside on that last series. On the other hand, Cloverleaf was running the football very effectively between the tackles, and you see that first drive here of the second half, they pretty much have maintained that same philosophy.
All right, thank you, Frank. And that report brought to you by our good friends at SARTA. Thank you to SARTA, and you saw the snap get away from Stallings, and Cloverleaf turns it over on downs, and really South avoids a near bad situation.
That's right. It's a big break for Canton South. You know, they went for that quick kick kind of thing a little while ago, and it backfired on them. I don't think they were doing it. I think they were actually going to go for it on 4th and 2.
James with the pass completion to Blackmer, and now a flag comes in late because of a tackle out of bounds.
Yeah, you're going to tack it on at the end of the play, which was a pretty good play, and now 15 more.
Mark, as a defender, you just have to know where you are on the field, don't you?
Yeah, I never played defense, but to me that looks like that's really, really hard to stop momentum, and you're kind of making contact. You're inbounds, now you're out of bounds, the whistle blows. You know, you can't just like stop and jump up in the air, but it's hard.
Nice throw.
Beautiful throw, good play. Right, I think it was the last guy there that came in and knocked the whole pile over. I think he's the guy the referee thought could have stopped.
So after the penalty, Canton South sets up at the 27, and now another flag comes in. Delay a game penalty against the Wildcats. Jalen Merriweather checks in the backfield for the Wildcats now. And it will be a first down and 15 as the ball is put back at the 32.
You know, that's the second delay of game penalty, one on each team. They do not have play clocks here at Breck-Buehler Field. Boy, those are quick.
James back. He's going to go for it all. Ball in the air down the sideline. It's caught, but he's out of bounds. Ruled out of bounds. Made a nice catch. That was Jacob Comer with the reception, but he was clearly out of bounds.
Yeah, good effort. Yeah, we had the vantage point up here seeing that he was well outside that white end zone. Take a look at it here. Riley James thought he had a touchdown. He was running down the field to congratulate his buddy. A lot of times it's wishful thinking. There you can see good job, camera guys, showing it clearly out of bounds.
Yep. Stops the clock, 6:46 to go here in the third quarter. Second down and 15 at the 32. James going to give it to the running back, and carrying the football is number 2, Tam Church. He's a 5'10" freshman, Mark.
Well, I think that's his first carry, probably his first varsity carry,
I'm sure, yeah.
How about that?
We've not called his name before, so sure he's quite excited. Takes it to the 29, so 3rd and 12 for the Wildcats. They trail by 10, and they're trying to dent that scoreboard again. Back, James fires, tipped, and nearly caught, but unable to hang on is Jacob Comer, the senior, 6'3", tipped it, not able to hang on.
Wow, that would have been a highlight reel if he'd have brought that down.
Yeah, here we
Did
go.
a nice job getting his hand on it, preventing the defensive back from having a chance to intercept. And there he tried to reach out and grab it. That was close.
That brings up 4th down and 12.
Well, here it comes down to this. You know, again, you get down in close to that red zone, and they have really struggled down in here with having good plays and penalties.
Blackmer now will shift out to the right. Philippi in the slot to the left. A lot of moving around on that Colts defense. James going to roll to his left. He's going to put the ball in the air. He's got a man out there. Touchdown! Tyler Karovic, the 5'10" junior. Ball right on the money from the quarterback, James.
That was a beautiful throw. Nice play call. I think it was a little out and up, or a chair or a wheel or whatever you want to call it. The inside guy looks like he's going to the sideline, and he turns and runs down the sideline. And this is a beautiful throw and catch. Boy, did South need that.
That play is another nominee for our Friends and Family Credit Union Rock Solid Play of the Game. We will select a Rock Solid Play of the Game in our post-game show, our wrap-up report tonight later on. Again, thanks to Friends and Family Credit Union sponsoring our Rock Solid Play of the Game. And right before the extra point attempt, we have a flag.
Cloverleaf came across a little too early.
You're right.
Kick it again.
So with exactly 6 minutes to go, Canton South is down 4 on the Old Carolina barbecue scoreboard.
The strategy wheels are turning, Dave. They're going to send their offense in. Take the penalty, put it down on the 1.5, because if you're going to kick it, you don't want any closer. That messes up your trajectory angle to kick it over the upright or the crossbar. But they take the penalty now for a 1.5 yards. They can get 2 points and kind of catch up on that 3-point, 7-point thing.
High formation, and it's going to be a toss to Blackmer. Blackmer to the 2 to the 1, and the 2-point conversion is good. And the Wildcats are within 2 at 17-15. How about that?
Good call by Coach Reed and his staff.
Cloverleaf's lead is now down to 2 as we show you the play.
Well, who are you going to give the ball to, right? Number 1 kind of Dekes up inside, hits the corner. Now only down by 2.
We've got a timeout on the field with 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. It's Canton South trailing Cloverleaf now 17-15 on the Old Carolina scoreboard. Back after this timeout.
Another pair of satisfied emotions. Looks to me like elation and maybe some amazement. It's part of the Honda Summer Spectacular event experience. You could say satisfaction comes standard here, just like the Honda Accord comes standard with a luxurious, roomy interior. All at the Honda Summer Spectacular event.
We see it all the time.
Visit your local Honda dealer and test drive the Honda Accord, 2018's North American Car of the Year.
You can't tell your cold to wait? Talk to a doctor now with the new Altman Now app. Get the app now. You can't tell your migraine to wait. Talk to a doctor now with the new Altman Now app. Download the Altman Now app now.
And we welcome you back to Breck Buehler Stadium, where Canton South has cut the Cloverleaf lead to 17-15 after a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter on the Old Carolina Barbecue scoreboard. Mark Miller recapping that South drive.
5 plays, 50 yards, only took him a minute. 29-yard touchdown pass from James to Karavik. 2-point conversion was good. It was a run by Blackmer. We got us a 2-point game.
Brady Knoll kicking off for Canton South, and he hammers it, taken by one of the backs at the 20-yard line, and when he made the grab, his knee hit the ground. That catch made by Blake Wilson as he fielded it, but his knee touched, so he is down at the 19-yard line, and now the call goes out to the Wildcat defense.
That's right, they got to get a stop. They got to stop at midfield last time, and then that kind of botched 4th down attempt. I don't think it was a fake punt kind of thing. Gave them good field position. But now, Cloverleaf, we've seen them early in the game when it looked like the chips were down, and they basically put the ball in the hands of their quarterback and just ran it down the field. Let's see if they try to do that again.
Brody Stallings, the 5'9" junior, wears number 8. He has been the main man for this Cloverleaf offense here tonight. A back to each side of him on first down, and Stallings hands it off, trying to get outside with some running room, and he does. That's number 11, John Manzuk. And Manzuk with some good yards.
Number 3, Tyler Karavik on a tackle. He almost had the corner. You can see where he uses his speed, bounces it outside. A lot of times the guys that have in contain will see him look like he's cutting up inside and lose contain. That's what happened. Karavik bailed him out a little bit.
Well, he ended up with a 4-yard pickup, so 2nd down and 6 now for the Colts. And Stallings is going to keep, and he's got positive yardage as he puts his head down and gets out near the 31, and that's good enough for a Cloverleaf first down.
You know, a lot of times when you got a single player that's really hurting you, especially if it's a quarterback that could hand it off or pitch it or keep it, you spy a guy. You take one of your linebackers and you say, you go wherever he goes, you know, and just try to limit his ability to get up to that linebacker level untouched. He's a good runner.
First down and 10 at the 31-yard line.
There you go. He's got 128 yards. My goodness.
This time the carry goes to Manzuk, and not much there. Maybe a yard for Manzuk.
That was well defensed. Williams out there. Blackmer comes up from his safety spot and makes a hit. But you can just see a little different body language in the South defense, can't you?
Amazing what a
they're back
score
into
will
the
do.
game. Yeah, that's right. They're back into the game, and now they're a little more excited.
And we may
looks
have
like
a
Williams.
Yeah, looks like Williams. Looks like that may be a cramp.
Yeah, well, let's hope. This time of year, that's what a lot of leg problems are.
4:30 to go here in the third quarter. We've got a timeout as the trainers attend to Deontay Williams, the 6'5" senior. Hey, we want to remind you, coming up at the end of tonight's ball game, Our good friends at the Altman Health Foundation are proud to sponsor our Player of the Game this season. We will select a player here tonight with an outstanding effort and single him out as our Altman Health Foundation Player of the Game. That comes up in our wrap-up report later on tonight.
Well, Williams is up and walking without even a limp, so that's good. Yeah, you know, everybody realizes around here at least that Canton South's in the Eastern Buckeye League, but you know, Cloverleaf, I didn't even know what league they're in. You know, PTC, Portage Trail Conference.
Yeah, Portage Trail Conference.
15 teams. But the point I wanted to make about Cloverleaf, assistant coach Bobby Lake works with the defensive line and special teams for Canton South, was the longtime head coach at Cloverleaf over there by Lodi. My wife knows where that is because of the outlet stores.
My wife knows where those Lodi outlet stores are,
right.
too. All right, 2nd down and 8 now for the Colts. Stallings going to throw, middle, caught, 45, 46-yard line, 1st down as he found the tight end that time, Cameron McNeil. A flag comes in. That's McNeil's 2nd big catch of the night. Let's see if it's going to come back.
Well, let's see what this one's all about. That was a nice play, good play action, and threw it downfield.
The legal man downfield.
That's right. You know, one of the big guys got probably had nobody over top of him and just started to wander a little bit.
So wipe out the pass play and mark the ball back at the 27 with just over 4 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Canton South down by a deuce on the Old Carolina Barbecue scoreboard. Thanks for joining us on our Alt Care TV Game of the Week. Dave Sheets along with Mark Miller, our sideline reporter Frank Salona, statistician Bob Jeffries, and our image video crew here tonight on the opening weekend of high school football for 2018. Glad you're with us. Stallings back. Here comes the blitz. Stallings in trouble. Gets out of it somehow to the 30 and dragged out the 32-yard line. Well, some people wanted a horse collar, but he had the jersey, and he didn't have it at
They're going to say it was the jersey.
Yeah, they didn't have him
not
in
the opening.
Yes.
That's right. Good call, Dave. That's right. But how did he get out of this?
Yeah, how did he get out of this mess?
That's a good defensive call. Boy, the blitz, number 25 there, thought he had a sack. That is Holden Fritz. And right there you can see the jersey instead of the shoulder pad. Big play here.
3rd down and 8, Mark, and the ball at the 33-yard line. We're under 3 minutes now to go here in the 3rd quarter. Haynes lines up to the left of Stallings. Back is Stallings. The left-hander guns it. It's tipped and incomplete. And a nice play by Karavic.
Yeah, he's had a nice game on both sides of the ball. He's made some big plays, and that was a nice tip there.
So we talked about Canton South's defense stiffening, and they make a big play here.
They did, yeah. Right there you can see the tip. There was a guy behind him. I don't know if he was going to be able to catch it, but he'd had a shot at it except for the tip. So now Canton South has to think, hey, we're going to get decent field position. And the offense comes back out this time with a chance to go ahead.
4th down and 8 from the 33-yard line. Tierney, the punter, number 6, he's inside his own 25. Blackmer and Karavic back near the south 30. Tierney, pretty good kick and a bounce. Blackmer is going to let it go inside the 25 and down inside the 20 to the 19-yard line.
When I coached at Bowling Green, we told our punt returners, every time you let it hit, you're going to lose 15 yards. That's the average, we thought. And that was pretty close on that one. On turf, it's a little bit more, you know. But
and we've
penalty
got
flag.
2 flags back near the line of scrimmage.
Well, if this is on Cloverleaf, you're going to want them to kick it over again, thinking that they're not going to have that good a kick. Personal foul on the defense. I thought they were going to go. Yeah, they are. Offsetting.
Yep.
Okay.
Offsetting personal fouls called on the play.
They wipe each other out.
But do they have to kick over?
They're going to let the play stand. It might have been a dead ball foul and it was already dead or something like that. So this turns out to be pretty good for Cloverleaf. That was a 48-yard punt, and I venture to say close to 30 of it was in the air.
So Canton South Down by 2 with 2.5 to go here in the third quarter. They've got a 1st and 10 as they set up shop at their own 19-yard line.
Congratulations to Dave Brothers.
Greg Reed in his second season, coming off a 6-4 year last year with these Wildcats, hoping to break through with a win in week 1. Back is James. James going to put the ball in the air, has a man deep. He's got it at the 30 to the 20 and down near the 15-yard line. The catch made by number 22, Jacob Comer. And Riley James with another long throw. Found his man.
It was a beautiful throw. Boy, he threw a rainbow and didn't quite hit him in stride, but plenty good enough for big yardage. It was just one-on-one. Just say, I think our guy's faster than your guy, and just ran right by him. That wasn't a double move or anything.
Yeah.
A touchdown-saving tackle there for Cloverleaf's number 4, Tyler Webb. But wow, what a throw and catch.
Ball is at the 17-yard line of the Colts. I formation for the Wildcats. The give to Blackmer. Blackmer straight ahead. Blackmer stretches out down to the 15, and there's that guy again, Nate Klingon. There's that man again.
That was a 64-yard pass completion. Wow. I'm glad Bob's here. I was trying to count yard stripes.
I just let Bob do that.
I'm good at math until it gets to the 50, then I get messed up.
Ball marked just shy of the 15-yard line.
Well, the thing that Canton South has to do now that they haven't been able to is stop from hurting themselves. No penalties down in here.
2nd down and 8. James going to roll left, going to throw. Catch is made. Philippi down inside the 5. It'll bring up a 1st down and goal for the Wildcats. There's a wrinkle.
Yeah, we talked about Riley James being a receiver last year. I thought in the first half he didn't look like a quarterback. I thought he looked like an athlete playing quarterback. Now I think he's starting to look like a quarterback. Look at this. He flips it in between a couple of defenders. It's not a great throw, not a perfect throw, but it's a completion, and that's what you need.
Well, they are attending to J.C. Philippi. Yeah, and it looks like cramps again. So
there's Riley's stats right there. That's a pretty good night. That's a pretty good night.
10 out of 16. Yeah, we'll take that on opening night.
That's right.
$1:37 to go here in the third quarter rather. Canton South is going to have a 1st and goal after this timeout. Again, they're attending to linebacker and fullback senior J.C. Philippi down near the 4-yard line. It looks like a cramp issue.
Yeah, it's that point in the game. You know, they've expended a lot of energy. They've done a lot of sweating, and you know, you can tell a kid to get a drink every time he comes to the sideline, but sometimes it just doesn't stop those cramps.
Hey, while we have a moment, we want to remind you that 2018 high school football pocket schedules brought to you by Omni Orthopedics are available now at our sponsor locations and at the WHBC studios in downtown Canton. Details are available for all of our sports news at WHBCsports.com. That's WHBCsports.com. Canton South cheerleaders in front of an excited Canton South student section here tonight. Glad to be with you at our Alt Care TV game of the week. Well, Mark, while we have a moment, we talked about, go ahead and tell us that.
Well, Bob just handed me a note that says Canton South has 136 yards passing in the third quarter alone. A minute 37 left. Not a lot of yardage for the end zone, but that's a lot in one quarter. Thank you, Bob.
At the 4-yard line, the toss to Blackmer. Blackmer works that right side, following some blockers. Ball comes out, and Canton South has recovered. It's a touchdown.
How about that? Good awareness. I saw the guy still working in the end zone, and the reason is the ball was on the ground. Number 4, is that who got that? Tyler Webb? Nope, I'm sorry.
I think it was Patterson.
Javon Patterson?
Yeah, we're gonna get a look at that, I'm sure.
A nice run by Blackmer. Apparently, he didn't cross the goal line before he let it go. We're gonna find out right now.
Ball is out right there.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
All right, well, it worked out okay for Canton South. That'd have been a tough way to lose a touchdown if Cloverleaf would have jumped on that baby. Boy, what a turnaround in the third quarter, huh?
Well, I'm still not sure who they're crediting the touchdown to.
I thought number 4 stood up with it.
Did we see who made the recovery there on the fumble? Did we see who made the recovery? Or did they give him the touchdown? Called it a touchdown as he went in.
Without the fumble.
Okay, got it.
All right.
Gotcha. 2-point conversion. Blackmer, he's going to get in.
Hey, Dave, you see a recurring theme?
I do.
Both PATs and the touchdown run going to the right side. They've either found a weakness or they sure like what Jared Dunn and Drew Knoll are doing over their offense.
You better believe it. Canton South 23, Cloverleaf 17 with 1:25 to go here in the third quarter. You're going to see Blackmer take it in.
And that's pretty good blocking. You make one guy miss, you get a score. That's what Blackmer did.
And what a quarter for the Wildcats.
Great quarter coming out of the locker room. I'd like a tape of that halftime speech. It must have been special.
You better believe that, too. Hey, don't forget, every Friday night on 1480 WHBC, you can hear the best and only post-game scoreboard show in Stark County. Find out how everyone did, who made the great plays, who had a tough night, and much more. It's the Hammersmith Insurance Scoreboard Show only on 1480 WHBC, your home for high school football, now starting our 74th year of coverage.
All right, here's the drive. 4 plays, 81 yards. Of course, 64 of it on that one pass. 1 minute and 8 seconds. Ended up with a 4-yard touchdown run credited to Blackmer. 2-point conversion also by Blackmer. Now the Wildcats are up. The first time they've been up since that defensive score, first play of the game.
Yeah. We've had a little bit of everything.
We have. What an interesting opening night.
Number 86, the freshman, Brady Knoll, ready to kick off.
I think Canton South found a passing game. Coming in, I think they knew they had a run game.
Yeah.
Riley James is impressive.
Knoll with the kick. Ball bounces around and now picked up by Manzik. Manzik crosses the 25. Manzik to the 28, and 2 more flags come in at the end of the play. Wow, a lot of penalties.
Yep, we'll have to see what it is. Could be a face mask. I didn't see anybody jumping on late. I'm still taking abuse, right?
Yeah, you are. You've got a lot of weight.
You know what? Here's the bad part.
You got a lot of weight on your shoulders, my
Here's
friend.
the bad part. The fourth quarter's yet to come, and that's when they're all going to be tired, and they're going to have more penalties.
Yeah. Face mask, the call against Canton South.
All right, so now if you're Cloverleaf and bad things have happened this whole quarter, you got to right the ship and make something good happen. Got to get a decent drive and get going down in there. Of course, Canton South, they're going to ride the momentum right now, ride the excitement, get a couple of big hits, and get the ball back for the offense.
1:18 to go in the third quarter. 1st and 10. Cloverleaf at their own 33. They'll give it off to Wilson. Wilson in trouble. He is going to be slammed down back inside the 30-yard line. Great pursuit by numerous Wildcat defenders.
Yeah, Holden Fritz, number 25, and Jacob Comer, number 22. We've mentioned those names before.
Here we go.
There you go, handoff on the jet sweep, and they just string it out all the way to the sideline when the red shirts arrive.
Mark, I thought for a minute there that Wilson was going to pull up and throw the ball.
Well, he probably wishes he would have.
Yeah, he's going to feel that one in the morning, right? A loss of 4. 2nd and 14, back at the 29. About a half a minute left here in the third. Man in motion. Stallings is going to keep. Behind 2 linemen, he squirts through, crosses the 30 to the 35 to the 36-yard line. And he is going to bring up after that carry, 3rd down and about 7 yards to go, and it will likely be the end of the quarter.
Boy, he just carries him, doesn't it? Look at this. Get some guys wrapping you up right there, hanging on you, and he still gets another 4 yards after that.
Yep.
That's the end of our third quarter here tonight.
Our clock runs out here at Breck Bueller Stadium, home of the Wildcats. End of 3. Canton South 23. Cloverleaf 17 on the Old Carolina Barbecue scoreboard. The fourth quarter is coming up next.
How's your home? Safeguard knows, and you can too. Wherever you are, day or night, whatever you're doing, Safeguard Home Security is professionally monitoring your home 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can check on your home from anywhere at any time on your smartphone, tablet, or computer. The Safeguard app makes it easy to put your mind at ease. Safeguard Security from MCTV. Your home is just fine.
Y'all know it's football season. Around these parts, football season is barbecue season. If you want to score big on game day, make slow-smoked Old Carolina barbecue your go-to spot before, during, and after all the games. No need to cook on Friday. Meet before the game at Old Carolina. Or grab a party pack and host the ultimate college or pro football party. Featuring award-winning ribs, tender pulled pork, and jumbo smoked wings. We have options for all your pigskin pig-outs. Get more info at oldcarolina.com. Old Carolina Barbecue Company. Meet before the game.
We're back to start the fourth quarter. Canton South up 23-17. 3rd down and 7 for Cloverleaf. Stallings the ball carrier. Stallings dives for the first down marker. He's going to be very close as he got out to the 43-yard line. It depends on the spot. Well, maybe a little bit short.
He is amazing that he can just take a normal run and almost get a first down on 3rd and long. Receiver wasn't wide open. He decides, hey, I'm the next best option. And it's going to be 4th and very short. And I think Coach Voorhees going to go for it. Right
yeah, sure looks like it. And I would let Stallings run it.
I would too. And if I was Canton South, I would expect him to run it.
Yeah. 4th down, less than a yard at the 43. Early fourth quarter, Stallings straight ahead. He's got the first down. He spins forward and bangs out to the 47-yard line. That's a first down for the Colts.
You know, he runs so low to the ground that you really didn't tackle him on that one. He just kind of went down.
He took a shot.
Yeah. Right there. Yeah, that was a good hit. Yeah. Yeah, I guess he had good reason to go down. And now he's a little wobbly.
He's going to come out.
Yeah. Looks like he's working on a shoe.
Right, and they're going to bring in number 6, Logan Tierney. He is the kicker, and now the backup quarterback as well. He's in the game. He's a 6-foot sophomore. What a tough spot to come in.
I guess that's why Stallings was wobbly. He didn't have a shoe.
He's going to throw. Tierney, ball in the air. Battled for, broken up down near the 25-yard line as he threw deep for Siler Jones. There's a flag on the play. The defender was Patterson. He's shaken up. He made a nice play, but there's a flag against South. A defensive holding call.
You don't see that very often.
Nope.
The defender that made that play on the pass is down with a cramp too. I think that might be Patterson.
Yeah, that's Patterson.
Okay.
You're right. He is down. They're going to take care of him.
Unless the official pointed the wrong direction, this is holding on the defense.
And I did see Brody Stallings sneak back into the huddle for Cloverleaf.
How about Tierney coming in without even warming up and chuck that baby down the field?
Right. Well, it's apparently going to go against the Wildcats.
Yeah, they're marching it off. It's a big one.
Yep. You know, you brought it up earlier. Greg Reed, the coach of the Wildcats, I just love his demeanor. I mean, if body language is telling us the true situation, he seems relaxed.
I agree.
Not letting anything bother him, and that's got to rub off on the players.
I think with a young team, that is a great trait to have as a head coach is, you know, give them